Yo guys, it's up Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Alrighty. So what we are gonna do today is, well, not 100% sure yet, but I have to do something like right away. Like highest of importance. Because as somebody rightfully pointed out in the last video, I forgot something. You know, I was kind of surprised last time when you welded the railing and for some reason it was like my components were enough to do it. I was like, that's curious. I thought it would not be enough. And that's because I forgot to weld the railing in here. Which explains a lot, doesn't it? So yeah, thank you again for pointing that one out. I probably would not have been able to sleep if I didn't weld that correctly. Even though I wouldn't have known, my subconscious would have known. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Okay. I have a plan. Some semblance of a plan. Like a fragment of a plan. You'll see. So, basically, I kind of want to start on what I've been talking about last time. The big mobile base thingy. So, to do that, I think the best way to start this is actually to make it, at least for now, basically like an extension from our current base. Because that would mean, at least for now, it would be a static grid and we could equip it with decoys for lightning deterrence. You know? And then when we're finished and ready to go, we can cut it loose and then turn it into a non-static grid, which should work, in my opinion. But we'll see. So, to do so, we shall attach it to the rest of the base. And I think we're gonna start here, I suppose. And I'm gonna lift it off the air, of the ground a little bit, because we need a little bit of you know, room to work. There we go, that should be enough. Right. So how do we start something like this? I mean, basically what we will have is at least, well, I don't want to say 4 wheels because that's way too little. I mean, even if we take like the big Jesus Christ. Oh, fingers. There we go. Wheel. There we go. I can spell. It's fine. We at least need a 3. No, not a 3x3. A 5x5 wheel, which is this size, right? At least 4 of those, and potentially more. I would rather err on the side of more. However, I think these 4 are gonna be the most important ones. The one is in the corner, right? So if we just try to set down like a basic shape, and this here, this is not gonna be the middle. This is because if this is the middle, we're gonna come into a bit of trouble over here because we're gonna accidentally either connect to that or just won't have the space to actually expand properly. So. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just doing this like really off the cuff here because I have no idea how this is gonna look in the end. So, how big is that wheel anyway? I think the connection here is 2x2. I believe we have to turn it around to make it correct. I think if we place it here. Right, that is the right way around for the wheel. Oh wait, these are different wheels. But I'm pretty sure that's the right way around. So if we have it like that, it's gonna be interesting design-wise because it's an even block number here, and we want to have that in the middle. We're also gonna have an even block number here. So if we say this is gonna be a corner bit, now like so. The question is then, can we like shelter this wheel a little bit? Because I don't want my wheels to be, oops, like completely exposed to everything, just in case. I mean, even if we're driving around and try to escape from like lightning storms and everything, we will still need some sort of protection just in case lightning actually does strike. But the thing now with this is we can obviously not encase this like that, because there is like a, you can see it sometimes. There we go, there's the hitbox of the actual wheel, I think. So we have to at least make it one wider. So, right? Oh, that was good. So, and then we can potentially do this, where we then can make a protective like shell around it, or at least to a certain degree. No? My question now, or my, I don't want to say problem, but my question is now, the wheel obviously, at least either the back wheels, the front wheels, or all four of them will have to move to steer, right? So I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem if I'm actually encasing them. I don't think it should, but, you know, could be dangerous. But yeah, something, you know, like that. He actually just those away, and these ones here. So we would have something like that. I'm just gonna do like a level construction. No, just one level. Not gonna go 3D yet. Then we would go back in again. And then what I think would be cool if we would have, like right here, it would go forward, forward, forward quite a lot, because we need some space here in the middle. That's where most of the stuff is going to be. There's going to be refineries, solar panels, storage, and oxygen and hydrogen production and whatever. All going to be here, right? And so to have that, I think it would be also cool to have some wheels here. Kinda, right? Just for stability's sake. So I think we have to... oh, okay, that was too close to the frickin'... okay, that was too close. So we have to kind of think about that. Okay, so we have 2 blocks. 1, 2, 1, 2. That should work. Yes, okay. So there's always 4 blocks in between. Then you can place it. There we go, and then you have like an in-between wheel section here. I kind of like see it like tank treads almost a little bit. You know, these are basically, they're not gonna wiggle, they're not gonna move. These are gonna be are just support slash maybe driving wheels. That sounds very, very technical. These are just gonna be wheels for support essentially. These are going to be the ones that are going to do the actual, you know, steering. I'm not sure if what I'm designing here is actually going to hold up, but I'm just gonna lay it down for now, because you know, I need something visual so my mind can latch onto that and start planning things properly. So we need 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this can move. That, right? That's too much, isn't it? Oh, we only need 1, 2, and then we can already do, and then we can already do this. Excellent. Okay. Then we'll just move out all the way. God, yeah, this is, by the way, gonna... ooh, yeah, cost us a lot of hydrogen. I might want to have more hydrogen bottles at this point. Speaking of which, shouldn't it have made more hydrogen bottles? Oh yes, it did actually. So let's get some ice, fill these up, and I'm gonna carry these around with me because yeah, we need some. Inventory. We need some hydrogen support here. Cannot think if I have to return like every few seconds. I'm up. Thank you very much. That's 3 bottles. Here we go. Okay, now we can start doing stuff. Okay. Pull this out. Do... what is it? Here? I think. Looks correct. Then we have from this point 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one goes in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th one. This one. There's 2. Then here is going to be the wheel. Frontmost wheel. Right? 2. And then again these. Oh, maybe not that far forward. But yeah, these to protect the wheel. Right. I think we're aligned. And then because these are kind of like, you know, indented in here, we can build like a little protection thing over them as well. Quite easily, actually. Then I'm just gonna see. There we go. Put it back to this level. So this would be one side of it. And I don't think we need to build that much more forward. And I also don't think we need, at least from a base layout, we don't need to like make the back or the front different when it comes to the layout. Because the control center where we're actually going to steer this from is going to be somewhere far above it anyway. So it's not going to be at the front necessarily. So you don't have to distinguish these two. Now, how much space do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's do 19. Is 19 a lot? Difficult to say. 19. Oh, wait. That's from here, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Is that correct? Did I do that right? I think I might have done that right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 6. And this one goes like that. There is our wheel. Let's just turn that around. Yeah, that's still correct. I don't know. Feels like something is off, but now is the time to calculate because now it's time to still fix it easily. Alright, so this is gonna be... I'm gonna mark this point because that's an important one. That's where the axis aligns here, so to speak. This axis here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, the 10th one would be the middle, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. And then from there, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, look! Everything lines up. Kind of amazing. I did it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yes. Yes, I think I did that correctly. 6. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised. I shouldn't be, but I kind of am. Okay, and then we go back to here. This is where this axis goes, right? And then we just draw that one out. Quite a long time here. Just extend this. Extend, 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 extend. More, more, more. To make this easy, I'm actually going to draw this one right over so we can connect that up. Oh wow, I'm pretty much on the dot here. Okay. And now from here we're gonna extend 4 again in this direction. Then we're gonna branch again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I think that should be correct. Doesn't look correct. Also, the wheel didn't spawn. Why did the wheel not spawn? Did I do... was I in the way of the wheel, perhaps? I mean, that is a possibility, right? Yeah, I might have been in the way of the wheel. I just might have been. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 6. There we go. Yeah, I think... Oh, these are not... There we go, now it's lined up. Now it's lined up. Okay. Yes. Okay, let me just delete that. Or do we need that? I'm not quite sure yet on that. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. This is gonna connect. Now, a question that I'm just posing to myself right now is if this is enough clearance to make it through everywhere in this planet. You know what I mean? I mean, that's quite a lot of clearance, I think, for the most part. We could obviously easily just add more blocks here and just set it down. I think that's something we'll decide very spontaneously, because the wheels is technically the last thing that we need to put on. Well, okay, maybe not completely the last thing. Ow! Jesus. Okay. That's interesting. Wheel just knocked me out of the freaking space there. Okay. So yeah, maybe they're not the last thing we can place, because we kind of want to do the, like, the protective covers, obviously. So, might have to think about that. Okay, but if we just look at this from like above, you know, from a good perspective here, that's actually very difficult to see because of the shadows. Very awkward thing. But yeah, we have quite some space here, you know. We have some space for refineries, and I'm talking like 4, 6 refineries, assemblers, then like 2, 6, 8 cargo containers. Yeah, I think we do have some space, right? I think that's doable. And then basically what I'm standing on here, this is like the base chassis here, right? I feel I kind of want to set down the wheels one more. Kind of feel like it. Now the question is, can I? Do we have enough clearance? That's gonna be... nope, we do not have enough clearance for that. Okay. Plan B. Plan B, obviously, would just be to basically raise everything up by 1. That makes sense. Ooh, I have an idea. So let's say we keep this. Yeah, you know what? This is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. Yeah. It's gonna be fine. I mean, we've flown over the planet and we saw pretty much only flat lands so far. So it's gonna be fine. Don't you worry about it. It's gonna be a-okay, right? I'm sure. Okay. So, what's like step 1 here? It's just to... I mean, weld the whole thing, that's gonna take for ages. At least like the base plate is gonna take for ages to weld. No? So, I'm kind of like trying to make this like as painless as possible. Now I could obviously try to make like a welding gizmo that helps me with that. But I wonder how long this is going to be useful for. I think it's going to be easier if I basically do it in sections, essentially. I'm just like grabbing a section saying that's what we're going to do today, that's what we're welding, and then that's going to be fine. Now I'm going to fill out the whole base plate here so we have like a proper platform to stand on for one, so we don't have to use hydrogen all the time to zip around. Then we'll like do a very, very basic, like, you know, we'll basically part this into several sections where certain things go. I think the first thing we should put on after probably we do the actual wheels, maybe we should do that first, huh? Just so we can test it out a little bit as well. God, I'm kind of afraid now that when I cut this to let it down, it's gonna freaking crash. The risk I have to take. If that's the case, we'll have to find something out to remedy this. I have an idea in my head already, but I hope it doesn't come to this. Anyway, we'll have to basically part this into several sections, and I think the first one, the lowest part, is going to be like the industrial section and the power section. These are going to be the most important ones. Power is... Oh yeah, what is this thing going to be powered by? It obviously cannot be... reactors, because we do not have that much uranium. That's just not realistic. We could have like a mixture between batteries and hydrogen motors. Although we have seen that the hydrogen motors have actually really not done so well with powering our station. That was never really a successful operation. So maybe it's going to be battery only, and just have a ton of solar panels. That's going to cover a lot. Actually, yeah, I think a lot of like the covering of this massive vehicle is going to be solar panels, right? And the benefit obviously also right now is, since it's still on the station, we can put like a gazillion batteries on here, and they're going to be charged by the turbines still, because it's still on the station. And as long as this is on the station and it's not converted into a vehicle, it can still work with the turbines. Obviously, as soon as we cut it off and make it into a vehicle, turbines will not work anymore. So we'll keep this on the leash, so to speak, for as long as we can. And as soon as I see a semblance of a storm moving in, I'm gonna put on some decoys everywhere, essentially. Mainly on the connection point, obviously, because if that is severed, we're kind of fucked. Well, maybe not fucked, but it's gonna be a little bit more awkward. Oh yeah, Jesus, this is... it's been a while since we've worked on such a big project. I'm kind of looking forward to this, actually. Now, all the projects we've been working on since the ship have been, like, very small, and you could, like, really nicely segment them into small packages and be done with them. This is gonna be a bigger beast, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I mean, I'm not even halfway there. Well, okay, I'm about halfway there, actually. But yeah, you know, we had to start at this at some point, right? I mean, there was a time somewhere where we had to start this, because if we push this out forever, I mean, I wasn't sure if we had the resources, but I think just for basic blueprinting, you know, setting up the base stuff here, I think for that we have enough resources. And then, you know, placing things, planning and welding is gonna take up much time as well. So that's also time where we can get resources again. sure every once in a while we'll have to probably get some iron just to fuel our production, and at some point we'll probably have to hunt, scavenge for a few more resources like gold and silver for certain, you know, for certain components. We'll have to use these things as well. I don't know. I don't think we need a gravity. Oh yeah, obviously we don't need a gravity generator because that doesn't work on a planet. But what do we actually need? No, we don't need that many advanced components, I don't think. Now that I'm, like, trying to reason with it. I mean, I kind of want to have, like, a launch platform on this thing where I'm gonna build then a rocket that's eventually gonna get us into space again. This is gonna be the end goal, obviously. Or should we make like a landing platform for our ship over there, for our landing craft, I wonder. We could do that as well. Design like a landing platform for that beast, you know? And then essentially fuel that up again, stock it up with a lot of resources, and as soon as we're satisfied with everything, we can leave again, easily, right? Something like that. Oh, and also, maybe the first thing we have to actually design is the mobile drilling operation, because this thing is supposedly should be able to collect resources like ice and, you know, also stone and other materials for, you know, self-sustaining. So we'll have to come up with a good idea of a drill, how to drill. So there's probably going to be a hole in the middle here where there's going to be a drill stowed away somehow that we can lower down into the Earth's crust, essentially. But I kind of have to think about how we're going to do it. I have some ideas, but I wonder how difficult they are to actually make. And I've also seen some interesting things that I might want to try. Okay, but we have, I mean, oh, okay, not quite yet. Not quite yet. They're not quite finished. We shall finish this step. We started it. I'll finish it. But yeah, probably job one. Wheels. Now wheels should be job one, just in case. If everything goes to shit and the wheels are already there, we can at least like lock it in place or move it, kinda. Well, we would need a battery too, but you know what I mean. As long as the wheels are there, we can technically already cut it off if we would need to. Obviously, if we have the option to not do that, we shall. But yeah, wheels first. I mean, completely weld the wheels. Weld the wheels, say that 5 times real fast. And then I think the first effort should be put into the mining mechanism. And I also kind of want to put in a lot of like sorting in that base, the mobile base thing, because otherwise it's gonna be messy as hell if we don't. So yeah. Whew, but Jesus, I mean, we haven't welded any of those yet. That's gonna take time. But then again, since we are technically completely connected to our base, we could like run a temporary conveyor over here with an inventory attached to it that we can just pull things out of. That would be an interesting idea, right? We just have to kind of move things every once in a while if they get into the way, but yeah. Gee, there you go. The basic layout of our giant tank. I'm not sure if a giant tank is the right word for it, but something along that line. Also, I'm kind of curious. How is our drill doing over here? Yeah. We're almost at the, like, the important rock layer here. Like, oh, we have just reset, actually. Ah, so we might just get, oh, we might just get into that tasty rock here every once in a while. So we might soon see a pickup in resource collection, which is good, because right now I think it's still kind of Like, very bad. Yeah, you can hear it. It's turning off and on every once in a while. I mean, it's producing stuff. That's not bad. But, yeah. I mean, more iron is gonna be on the card soon, I can tell you. Alright. But, that's... that's a good start. Actually, I'm kind of paranoid, so I'm gonna, you know, do the thing that we should have done with our last project anyways. So, I've learned. Even if it's just a little bit, I've learned. You know. There you go. That, and then we'll double up the connection as well. Just in case. I mean, it's just freaking scaffolding that can be destroyed in a millisecond if things go awry. So yeah, there you go. Secured. Alright. We'll continue this next time. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.